YouTube, what's going on? YouTube, what is going on? What is happening, man? Of course, it's your guy one more time, DEDRICKHJR, and I'm back with another fragrance video. Smell good, family. Hopefully everyone is doing well, doing great, doing fantastic. Positive energy, positive vibes. Y'all know how we rock out here on this channel, man. Positive vibes only. No negativity whatsoever. Will stay on this channel. All right, constructive criticism, I'm cool. Let's talk about it. But any negativity, we will get rid of that very quickly. All right, so we are back with another weekly rotation video. Favorite video to do each and every week. Y'all know that by now. Well, those who watch me every week know that by now. But if you're new here, this is something that we do every Monday. We drop this video and we discuss every fragrance that I wore throughout the previous week. All right, so this is going to cover all the fragrances that I wore during the week of April the 28th, and we close out the week with a spectacular fragrance, but an even more memorable day associated with that. And I will never forget this fragrance because of it, but we'll get to that in just a second. All right, let's kick it off with Sunday. I've been itching to wear this. I've been wanting to wear this. It's just, I don't know, the DNA has just been on my mind. I had to work Sunday, so this was the perfect fragrance to go in and finish off a work week, getting ready to go into vacation. And this stuff is stellar, man. It's a great DNA, but I love this particular version a lot, that it's kept me away from getting the OG from the house of Afnan. We have Tathi Blue. Tathi Blue, fan favorite in the community for sure. This is stellar stuff. My God, citruses, a clean musk, some woods in here. Almost comes off like it could be like a nice, fresh, spicy tone in here. But citruses, musk, and a little bit of a woodsy touch is what you get with this fragrance. The citruses really are bold up front. Once they mellow out, you get this, this white musk, smooth musk that really starts to show itself. Slight woodsy, almost sandalwoodish like tones in this fragrance. It's a great everyday wear, super versatile. I'm even going to say that it's unisex as well. So ladies, if you're interested into a citrus musky style fragrance with just a little woodsy tone in it, this is the one to look into. My bottle has macerated very well. I've had this a little over a year. I even have a backup bottle of this because I got it for a collaboration that I got with Afnan a while ago. So they sent me another bottle, and I'm going to need it soon because, as you can see, the juice mileage in here is really low. If you guys can see throughout that dark blue glass, we probably got about a quarter of it left. So by the time the summer is over, we might be swapping out bottles for sure. But on Sunday, to finish up my work week going into vacation, we went with this beauty from the house of Afnan. Very affordable as well. We went with Tathi Blue. Big fan of this stuff, man. Have been itching to wear it. I'm glad I got familiar with the DNA. Up next, started off vacation on Monday. It was a little cooler that morning. I had to take my son to school, then I had to go run a bunch of errands. And I said, you know what? I need to see how this works in these type of temperatures as the day goes on, because I just hadn't. From the house of Mancera, we went with Intense Cedrat Boisé. Now, I have the original Cedrat Boisé, and I wear the original in the spring and the summer, and I've been wearing the Intense as long as I've had it through the fall and the winter. Give us some balance. Why is that? Well, the Intense is that. It's a little bit more intense, a little bit more depth, a little bit more body, a little bit more of a leather presence, woodsy presence. And you can tell the depth in the fragrance, the body of the fragrance it stands out to me. It stands out more than the original. Love both DNAs, but I gave this a try during the spring and the summer vibes, and it worked just fine. Performed really, really well. It's crazy because I go anosmic to this one over after a couple of hours, and then later on in the day, it started resurfacing. It started just, me catching wafts later on in the afternoon and even going into the early evening. So this is a stellar. So if you love Cedrat Boisé, but you wish it had a little bit more oomph to it, a little bit more bite to it, here you go. Check this one out. From the house of Mancera, we have Intense Cedrat Boisé, one of the classic DNAs in all of fragrance, in my opinion. Love this stuff. All right, moving into Tuesday. It was hot. It was hot, and I had to run some errands. I had to go out and see Miss Heather. Shout out to Miss Heather. at my local dealer to chop it up with her and, you know, have some good conversation. And I debuted this for full wearing for the first time. I have been testing it over the past several weeks, and it's good, and I really like it. From the house of Versace, we went with Hawas Ice. Hawas Ice. Love this bottle. Love it more than the original. You know, but besides that, I'm at the point now where I'm trying to figure out which one do I prefer. Which one do I prefer? Now on my skin with this one, I get a note of mint, like I get a minty experience with this one. It doesn't come off super synthetic minty, like mouthwashy toothpaste like. At least on my skin, it doesn't. But what I notice about this one, it's not as sweet as the original, and I love the original, my most complimented fragrance in my entire collection. But this one is kind of toned down a bit. The mint complements all the sweet and fresh spicy tones that this has, and it's just a great wear. Lasts on my skin all day long. Is it redundant to have both? I'm gonna say yes, but there are differences in the Ice and the original that I noticed that I wanted to have both in my collection, and I got to experience that. So I can't tell you which one I wear in what situation because they pretty much can be serviceable and do the same thing. This is more of a preference to me, a personal thing with me having both in my collection. But this is a great wear. Got 2 compliments at my local dealers wearing this stuff, and it's fire. I think the price is starting to come down a bit. I don't expect it to come down too much because we are in summer, but this is a great wear on Tuesday. I'm glad that I added it to my collection. I waited after a while, after all the hype and everything happened. I waited for a while, caught it for a great price on fragrance about not too long ago. So on Tuesday, to do some ripping and running, and it was warm, we went with, from the house of Versace, we went with Hawas Ice. Like I said, love that bottle, love the scheme, love the tone, love the white cap, dope stuff. All right, on Wednesday, I just got the full bottle in, but I ran through 2 decants. So on Wednesday morning, I was just in the mood for this fragrance. I had a 5 ml decant, and I just let it rip to go run my errands and stop by the store. It was vacation week, so no work. So, but I wanted to wear this, and it's fantastic. From the house of Ex Nihilo Peri, we went with Blue Talisman. Blue Talisman. Finally got a full bottle to the collection, and this is just a stellar fragrance. You guys have probably heard all the conversation about Blue Talisman, and in my opinion, the hype is real. It's beyond real. Citruses, musk, woods, that's what you pretty much get with this. The blend is exceptional here. Beautiful pear note that really lasts on my skin throughout the fragrance. A sweet pear is what I get. There are some other touches of mandarin orange and bergamot that give a fizziness up top with at the top of this fragrance. But then the woods, this ambroxany feel kind of shows up, really powers the fragrance. I get really good longevity, really good performance with this fragrance, and it was just a great wear, and I'm gonna be wearing this a lot, and you're gonna be hearing about this a lot because I'm a fan. Hype is real, 10 out of 10 for me. On Wednesday, from the house of Ex Nihilo Peri, we went with Blue Talisman. Blue Talisman, all right? Good stuff, great stuff, all right? Moving along to Thursday, and Thursday, it was hot. It was hot. I did some stuff around the house. Had to take my son to get a haircut. Just really moved around, man. Moved around and just kept it moving. We did a live stream as well. And we just, had a really good solid day on Thursday for sure. And this is what we went with. This is a beauty. It has arisen as my favorite of the 2 that I have out of this collection. From the house of Paris Corner, in collaborations with North Stag Expressions, we have Quatra. Quatra. Where I get that in focus. All right, so this is a clone of Afternoon Swim from Louis Vuitton. Beautiful, fresh, orange, citrus, clean musk. Easy to wear, good quality, solid performer. I get around that 5 to 6 hour mark of strong performance before we start getting to the skin scent. But that's all I needed for. I did reapply. I put this on very early in the morning, and then I had to go back out and later in the afternoon around 3-4 o'clock to handle some other business, and I reapplied. It was very warm outside, and I put on 3 or 4 more sprays and kept it pushing. So the performance thing's not a big deal to me. I just reapply because you have all this juice, and why not use it? All right, so great interpretation and inspired by take on Louis Vuitton's Afternoon Swim. They got it right. My son loves this stuff too, and this is just a fan favorite in the community from what I'm seeing. So great stuff here on Thursday from the house of Paris Corner, out of the North Stag Expressions division. We have Quatra. I know this was sold out, and I know it's hard to find, but if you can get your hands on this, I don't think you will regret it at all. All right. Up next on Friday, a lot of moving around. Did a little bit of shopping. You know, just kind of cruised around. Had a live stream with my tag team partner Ross, FWO for Life. We talked some wrestling on the Sports Desk Live, and this stuff is just fantastic, very pleasant. I love this fragrance. Not a lot to talk about this stuff, but it's really good. From the house of Dunhill, we have Dunhill Icon, the EDP. This stuff is great, fresh, clean, neroli, lavender, black pepper, fizzy. Oh man, it's so good, man. It dries down. You get a little bit of depth to it, starting to show its head, like I guess I want to say leather, but like a clean, soft, woodsy approach to this as it dries down. Performs really well on my skin. I get around that 7 to 8 hours of really good, solid performance. Projects really well. It does come off like grape soda in the opening a little bit. A lot of people have said they've gotten that to their nose, but it's not like a gourmand grape soda. It just kind of comes off in that way. So really good stuff. The neroli and the lavender really play a part off my skin really well. But I really enjoy this stuff. Great stuff. Highly recommended for springtime. If anybody looking for a solid springtime scent, it is very affordable and it's good. On Friday from the house of Dunhill, we went with the Dunhill Icon, the EDP. Really good stuff. Don't sleep on this, man. And then on Saturday, man, to close out the week, my 40th birthday is approaching in a couple of days, and my family went all out for me, man, and threw me a surprise 40th birthday party. A lot of my family, a lot of my friends were there, people who I hadn't seen in years. I had a special tribute video made for me as well. They contacted some of you guys in this community, have become really good friends of mine, my bros. Jason Vircher, Hidden Gems, the Bishop Jared Miller, my guy Ross, my tag team partner. I was so surprised to see a lot of people in that video. My family came together and made that happen for me. And this fragrance will forever be associated with one of the best days of my life. And it worked. I was complimented on this fragrance throughout the afternoon and evening. And I was so glad because I was going between this and that, this fragrance and another fragrance to wear. And this was perfect for it. From the house of M. Michelef, on Saturday at my surprise 40th birthday party, we went with Gin and Tonic. Gin and Tonic. And man, this was everything. It was warm out. It wasn't hot, but it was warm out. And this is so refreshing and cooling, invigorating and pleasant. The lime, that gin accord in here. And there's nothing about gin listed in this fragrance. There's a juniper berry pop in here as well. Just so clean and refreshing. Some ambergris in here. This worked great. Like I said, I was complimented throughout the afternoon and the evening that I smell really good. But the overwhelming love and support and just the moment in itself was amazing, man. So just wanted to share that with you guys. Like I said, I turned 40 in a couple of days on May the 8th, but I had a surprise 40th birthday party leading up to that. And this was the fragrance that I wear, and I'll never forget Gin and Tonic being associated with that monumental moment of my life. So yeah, so I told y'all I had something I didn't expect surprise at the beginning of the video, and that's what it was. So all love, thank you for everybody who show love to me, for sure. So on Saturday, to wrap up the week, from the house of M. Michelef, we went with Gin and Tonic. Gin and Tonic. Really great stuff for sure. All right, Smell Good family. So that's going to wrap up my weekly rotation, covering every fragrance that I wore during the week of April 28th. And it was fantastic. It was fantastic week. Some great fragrances. And then that surprise birthday party really still has me mind blown for sure. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for all your support that you guys give to the channel. The channel's continuously growing. We're closing in on 17K, and just a true blessing, man, for sure. So of course, I love reading what you guys wore throughout your week. Drop your rotations down below in the comments. Can't wait to read them. Can't wait to see what you guys love, didn't love, like, dislike, whatever, hate, whatever word that you want to use to highlight your week of fragrances. I can't wait to read them. All right. So again, appreciate y'all support. Thank y'all for the love. And as always, man, as always, positive energy and positive vibes. And what you get out into this world is exactly what you will get back. That's for sure. All right. So splack it up, splack it down, splack it that thing all around. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. I'm blessed, man. Overwhelmed with a lot of emotions right now. So I can't fake the funk. That just is what it is. I appreciate y'all.